upon a time, they were a radio show. A damn good one. The kind that set shit on fire. Metaphorically. Mostly. They were number one. They were chaos. And then poof, they were gone. But you never shut up about them. So guess what? They are back. This isn't that damn show, but it's damn close. Welcome to Not That Damn Show podcast.
Oh my God! I want to bring up real quick before we get into anything that we were just talking behind the scenes that Stroke was molested by Corey Taylor and he didn't realize that the picture was in that montage there. Do you guys remember when that happened?
Yes, I do.
Stroke, do you remember getting your titty touched by Corey?
Oh, I remember. It was one of the best days of my life.
No, that's not what you say in court. You got to say that it emotionally and mentally scarred you.
We're trying to get money out of here.
Statute of limitations may be up. I don't know, but I'll tell you what,
be.
that's the probably the richest person ever who's ever touched my titty. So
did he touch your boob on purpose?
Yeah, he was smiling.
Just playing around?
Yeah, he just like,
wow.
I think you took the picture, Lara.
Maybe.
I remember taking the picture. I thought maybe like he brushed up against you, but I don't remember him grabbing
it's his fucking hand.
No,
on
he
his
squeezed.
titty. Like he's squeezing it.
If I had milk, he'd have got it.
He's trying to
He
milk
could have filled his cereal. Yeah. But I would like to point out, we will get to it later, but that whole 45 minutes that we were waiting on Lara, that's why you need to be subscribed.
Well, we might as well just talk about it right now because this week, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can head on over to our Patreon and start signing up. We'll put the link over in the Facebook group to get access to it. But now you can sign up and get behind the scenes, and I'll get this. We had a 40-minute behind. This is basically an episode of the podcast. This is a 40-minute behind the scenes while we were waiting on Lara, who decided to be
40
late.
minutes?
Yeah, 40 minutes.
I thought I was 20 minutes late. Sorry.
No, and what's funny is she was late to at a time that she set for us because she was like, I'm only available at this time. Well, apparently you're not.
What the hell were you even doing?
I was having a conversation with my husband.
Oh, it's more important than us. I see how it is. Life.
I'm sorry. Are you a Duke of anything, Mikey? No, shut the fuck up.
That's a valid point. I am not the Duke of anything.
You don't even chop wood. You're not even a lumberjack.
You don't even
struggle.
You don't even chop wood.
Do you even chop wood, bro? No, you don't. Sit the fuck down.
That's got to be a new thing.
You see the video on Instagram? There's this guy that looks like he's at a bar and he's got his head like, kind of like in his hands, and this woman is just giving him hell. And I'm like, I don't know what he did, but I want to know.
Damn it. No, I have not seen that.
He's just taking the lashing of whatever he screwed up on.
Were you giving the lumberjack a lashing? Is that what were you guys fighting, Lara?
No, actually quite the opposite. We were making amends and letting go of past resentments. We're like actually doing a lot of work on our marriage, and I'm really proud of us.
That's good. Good for you. Good for you guys. I'm happy to hear that. I love that you guys are, making things better. If it was never not good. Anyway, that's good. But I'm not a lumberjack, so I don't know. I think that we got.
No, you don't even chop wood.
That we got to make stickers or something on that. Do you even chop wood? What the fuck?
No, I can see it now. It's like an axe in a stump. It says, "Do you even chop, bro?"
Yeah, that's what we need to do. We can make. Actually, it's funny because we're
your wife. We need that.
We're gonna make.
I know she makes a lot of our cartoons.
She does. She makes a lot of that stuff, and we're gonna start selling the Cunts and Crumpets coffee mugs. So that be on the lookout for that as well. We'll put that up on our Patreon too. Actually, we'll make that available for everybody. I want the broke dammits to be able to buy a coffee mug too.
How? They're broke.
Well, maybe they don't want to make the investment into a monthly payment, but they want to be like, I got an extra $20. I can buy a mug. And then they want to, get a mug and it says cunt on it really big.
Listen, I don't want to play that televangelist, but I just heard a voice and it said, some of you out there listening what you need to do is refinance your house and buy 15 mugs.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Come on, you can do it right
And
now.
subscribe.
Just for a simple price.
Subscribe on our Patreon. Feel the power of Jesus in you and subscribe. That's what we got to do.
I'm not saying it'll get you into heaven, but it probably won't get you into hell.
No, it will for sure get you into hell. There's no doubt about that. You're
But
definitely not getting
we
into
have
heaven.
different. We have different gods.
If you
We have
go-
different gods.
if you
I
go
heard
to
something
hell,
different.
You'll have a pretty cool mug.
Mm. And it says cunt real big on it. So
It'll be
Yeah.
really popular.
Satan
there.
himself will be jealous of your mug when you get there.
Oh shit. So how's everybody's week? What'd you guys do? Anything good?
It's been a pretty standard week for me. I haven't really gotten into much. Just working, sleeping.
All right. Lara, everything's good with you. You and the lumberjack are chopping wood together or whatever it is you guys did today. That's a good thing.
We chopped a lot of wood. You guys would not even imagine. Like, it was giant.
I'm like you're speaking in riddles, and I am so interested in what the fuck is actually going on, but maybe that's not for
Not
everybody.
much.
That's interesting. Well, I didn't have a whole lot happening for me. It's just a lot of work. I did a radio show in Massachusetts, so that was fun. You guys should check out that radio station. It's called the Pike FM. So they're pretty good. And other than that, Stroke pooped his pants. So let's hear about that.
Oh, God.
Yes.
So when I got back, I was already delayed on my flight, so I'm 1 day late. So I get back on Wednesday, and then about 6:45. This is when I'm doing the regular terrestrial radio thing. And my co-host, she walks down the hall and she's talking to the the classic at workstation. She'll just down. You know how we do. We just go talk to the studio sometimes. And then I'm like, I was like, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. And I have a rule where I never want to poop at work, and that was probably my first time. Except this was a bad one. And as I go to the bathroom, I'm kind of racing, so I'm trying to get my belt and everything.
Were you turtle heading it? Like, was it popping out? At that moment,
this was juice. This wasn't. There's no like.
You had the beer shits.
So you were leaking. There's no turtle head. Like it was.
I guess I was anal leaking all the way there, pretty much.
It was a leaking faucet.
It was a secretion.
It's like my asshole
Terrible
knows
word.
there's a toilet, but it was like, can you make it? So I'm trying to get my pants undone, right? And I do, and then I'm like, oh my God. And then I get onto the toilet, and as I look down, I go, oh man, I got a little shit in my boxers. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna ease these off real quick, my shoes, and I'm gonna bring these out to the dumpster, kind of wrap them up. Nobody's here yet. Nobody in the sales department or anything like that's here. And I'm near an exit door, so this is not a bad place to be where the bathroom is positioned. And then as I look, I've got shit. There's shit on the floor.
Oh my God.
There's shit all over the toilet. There's shit on my shoes. There is shit on the outside of my pants. This is where you can't go back in the studio then, because I'm like, I will smell like shit.
You can't do that.
Nope.
You went home, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So then I'm looking and I'm trying to clean up, and then there's no toilet paper. There's no toilet paper. Like I used the very last little bit, so my ass is still kind of like I need to do it. So then there's these brown. You know what's those brown? Like you dry your hands, but they shouldn't wipe. You don't want to wipe your ass with them.
Paper towels.
Paper towels,
I have no choice, so I'm wiping my ass in the sink.
That's like sandpaper. Those paper towels, by the way, that's gotta
Yes.
be terrible. That's gotta hurt so bad.
Yes. So I'm wiping my ass in the sink, and I'm wetting those things, and I'm trying to clean myself up.
Ugh.
And I notice there's just shit on the floor, so I'm trying to like clean this shit up enough where nobody notices it real quick. And I'm like, oh God, it's on the outside of my pants. I have to go home. So I just put on the shitty pants, and I just put them on after I get most of the shit off the floor, like everything I can
I just
find.
have like, how did you? They just couldn't make it for a shit break. Like you just couldn't make it home. It just
Clearly.
like I mean, there was no way you could clinch tight enough to get because how
This is
how
juice.
far?
This is
I guess that's a problem when it's leaking. Like when it's juice, how do you hold that in? Because it just gets
this was
out.
this
Really
was
tight.
Yeah.
before I get to a completely finished story. It was so bad when I got off the air that day, because I did go back. I slept for like most of the day, so I think I picked up like a stomach bug. When you travel in these airports, things are just filthy. So I think I picked up something. So anyway, I'm there. I am, and I'm putting these shitty clothes back on, and then I get in my truck, and I'm trying to say, I'm like, oh my God, shit's gonna get in my seats, and it did. A little bit of shit got in my seats.
Fuck.
So I eventually get home, and then I change really fast, and then I make it back. But I shot my co-host on the air. I text. I said, I've got to run home. I'll explain a little bit why. She immediately just knew I shit my pants.
She knows.
I mean,
Shit
what
your
else?
pants, question mark.
She saw the shit. I have to shit my pants look, because everybody has an I'm about to shit my pants look.
Yeah.
What does that look?
Yeah.
That's,
So
that's
15
Wide
minutes
eyes.
later.
I've never shit my pants.
very wide
I
eyed.
had a close call this week. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Shit.
at the park with my son, and we brought his little bike to get there. And I had to so bad. I was afraid I wasn't gonna make it home. We left the bike at the park. I picked him up and I ran home. And I just made it in time. So
Was the
luckily I
bike
didn't
still
have
there
that.
when you got back?
Yeah, we went and got it later in the day, but I didn't even have time to strap him in or even try and bend over and put him back in the bike because it was gonna
It's
happen.
bad.
Wow.
It does. So I go home, change, and then I come back, and then I grab a blanket, like a towel, and I throw it in my seat because there's shit in it. There's a little bit of shit stain that was on the outside of my pants. So then I run back to the studio, and I just look at her, and she looks at me, and I just start laughing. I go, "Yeah, I shit my
So
pants."
you still
And I was like, "I know you told people."
You still had
I was like, "I know you told."
you still
people.
had shit on your pants when you went back to the radio station?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I went home really
Okay,
fast.
okay, good.
Yeah, I get back, and then I have to do one break because it's like 7:05, so it's like the first break at the 7:00 hour. So as soon as I'm done, the operation guy, which is on the classic station, he goes, "What the hell?" I hear him go, "What the hell happened in here?"
Is he in the bathroom?
He goes to take a piss.
You were that guy.
Oh
Yes,
shit, dude.
And I go, and Tara, and her name was Tara, and she goes, "Stroke shit his pants."
Oh, my
And
God.
just let everybody know. And he's like, "Oh my God, I gotta." He's trying to find like all this clean and Clorox. I go, "I'll get it up. I'll get it up."
Oh, well,
But he's like, I was in there pissing. And he said he had to like spread his legs trying to piss, but there's shit everywhere.
You didn't clean the crap
No, I
off of
cleaned
like
the best I could between
Okay.
that and leaving, but then I didn't realize there was shit that just got everywhere. Have you ever watched Dumb and Dumber? I know it's a dumb movie, but with Bob Saget,
No.
where he walks in, there's just shit all over the place.
no, but
I would like-
but I've worked at 98 Rock where there's people who shit all over the place in those bathrooms. So
True. And if I took a drink for every time Stroke said shit, I would probably be dead right now.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I could say poop, but this is just for
Well,
shit.
this actually brings up
Poop
a good
talk.
point. That is poop talk.
Poop talk.
Which, by the way, somebody wants to sponsor our poop talk.
I would love that.
So
But you
we can
gotta-
talk about
you
that
gotta do
another
it-
time.
I think that would be funny, just the same way you did the voicemail. It's like poop, 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 poop. Brought to you by Roto-Rooter. Poop,
Yeah.
poop, poop, poop.
That's exactly what I do, but that guy's a big fan, so we're going to try to make that happen too. By the way, we will take sponsors. We're all about being sponsored. That would be fucking awesome. And if you want to sponsor Stroke Shit Pants segment, then that's not going to happen again, is it? I don't think it's going to be a reoccurring thing.
I mean,
Or
there's
just send him a new pair.
it's not my first time where I've had close misses, but it's always been at the house. I've never had one where I was out anywhere and then at work. So this, other than my Santa suit, one time there was a
I was
thing in
gonna
my
bring
Santa
that up.
suit.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I posted a picture about before when we were still talking shit about each other before episode 1 came out. It was you in your top half Santa suit, and you had tiny little shorty shorts on. I'm like, "Hey, Stroke, what happened to your?" I didn't call you out. I'm like, "What happened to your Santa pants?" Knowing full well you shit in those too.
There was also that time when you were on my couch sleeping, and I took a picture of you, and it looks like there was some shit on your body. I don't know if it was shit.
It
could have been.
I have
That
a hard
wasn't
time
shit.
believing that you are not a repeat offender
It got-
because I saw that
Definitely
picture.
is.
That was a shit stain.
It was not. That one wasn't. That one was not a shit
What
stain.
was
I don't know what
it
that
could have
was.
been barbecue sauce, maybe. I don't know.
On your underwear?
On the back of your
Why would it be there?
Yeah, no, that's barbecue
4th of July. I
sauce.
might have been eating barbecue at home with barbecue and touching my boxers.
How do you
don't know.
recover?
I know that one I didn't shit my pants, but I have had accidents.
So
before.
you did.
Never
How
liked
do you
that.
recover from something like that? You just have to own it. Like you just got to go in and be like, "Look, I just shit my pants."
First break, I got on the air and I said, I said, I'm just going to tell this whole city. I said, I told the
truth.
whole city.
I wouldn't have told us
I
all.
was like,
Me either.
nope. Well, everyone in the whole building knew about it by 7:30.
so you got a fucking
all the sales ladies are coming in 8:00, and we're lighting candles around the building because shit is just the smell of it. It's just, you can't even get the smell away.
So your
It
co-host
was
is like
bad.
sip apparently.
Fuck,
Yes.
man.
It was
Actually
really
should be.
almost embarrassing.
In the radio
Well,
industry,
almost
you
there.
have to utilize any type of tragedy like that for content. You know
Absolutely.
that.
Okay, if that happened to one of us, I would at least check with the offender first before I start talking. No pun intended. Before I start talking shit.
Maybe. I guess it depends on the person. I don't know.
Like if that happened to you, I'd be like, hey.
No.
Do you care if we tell the audience, or do you want to keep that to yourself?
No. She just starts. I turn the mic on. She starts laughing. I go, I'm just going to own this right now. And you're just in that moment because it's going to get out. And then she waitresses at night. She's like, she goes, I can't wait till I go to work. And I got to tell everybody about my co-host shitting on his pants.
I don't think I could not own it. I'd have to. Like, it's such good content. Like, you just have to tell that's the real life shit that people want to know about. Like, that's real human stuff.
A lady brought up baby wipes and a boxers, and that was true.
And that's what makes listeners great. They remember people used to bring us stuff
left
all the
at
time.
10 o'clock.
Oh, God damn. Well,
good Lord.
Almost embarrassing.
Way more eventful week than any of us. Stroke.
Yeah.
I don't wish that on you. I just think it was an awful experience.
Well, we didn't say eventful was a good thing.
Yeah.
You shit your pants. I'd rather have an uneventful week than
Mikey had his worst. Mikey had his worst week when he got fired, and this was your time.
Yeah.
You did the worst week.
I don't even want to put up a vote. Like, I'm pretty sure Stroke won.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you won worst week ever.
I still don't want. I really wish that wouldn't have happened to me because now I haven't walked on that other side of the building where all those beautiful sales ladies are. But I know that's had a whole day for a while. Talking.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would stay away from them for a little bit.
Oh yeah, and like in a year from now, we're like, hey, remember that time you shit your pants? Like it's just gonna be. As long as I work there, it's always gonna be that guy.
No one's ever gonna forget. People don't forget. They're gonna remember forever.
You are shit and stroke from now on.
And there's that guy that shit his pants that one time. Hey, there goes Stroke.
He dresses like the Unabomber and drops bombs everywhere.
There is one more part of the story.
Shit.
They do like
there's more.
She does like a cliche of the day, which is basically like the afternoon guy go, what did they talk about this morning? So she'll give like this little cliche, and it was like something about poop, and then she put in parentheses for Kevin, our afternoon guy, he strokes shit his pants. So by that time he walked in and he posts it on the internet too. So it's like everybody knows. And everyone heard.
You're going to be doing events, and people are going to come up to you and be like, "Man, I heard that time you shit your pants, dude. That's so funny." The whole city knows now.
He might get free pants now. I mean, people might be like, "Hey, I heard you shit your pants. Here's a pair of pants."
Well, maybe you'll get an endorsement to a lot of it.
Sure. Yeah, you should get toilet paper endorsement from Charmin Ultra.
Yeah,
Stroke wiping his butt like a little bear.
So Charmin shiny.
They still do those jingles. Like you could be one of the. You could sing a jingle.
High rise butt crack never felt so clean before.
Oh my God, I forgot about Stroke's high rise butt crack.
Oh man, God damn, why'd y'all bring that up?
I'm more like the Depends is really what I'm thinking I might start having to wear.
Yeah. Well, that's two. You could get toilet paper, Depends, maybe a new pair of boxers that seal in the stink.
God, for fuck's sake, man, how old are you? Depends. You fucking can't work electronics. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, have you seen the Depends commercials? I mean, people of all ages use them, apparently.
No, they don't. No, they fucking don't. There's people in their 20s are not wearing Depends. In
the commercial, they are.
Well, in the commercial, people who are fucking super depressed look really happy, too, when they're taking their fucking pills. The fact is that I don't think 25-year-olds are wearing Depends.
Actually, I do know that people that are into these like huge card tournaments, like Magic the Gathering and shit, a lot of them will wear diapers so they don't have to get up. But those are also virgins, so we don't care about that.
There's the same shit where people will go to New York Times or the Times Square fucking ball drop thing.
Yeah.
If you leave, you can't get back in your spot. So people will fucking wear diapers and just piss in their diaper all day.
Okay, so we made a point. So apparently, people of all ages.
I guess you're right.
So
piss and shit,
No.
I mean, which would you rather have on you all day, piss or shit?
Neither. Yeah, I wouldn't want either one.
No, I mean, if you
have to choose.
If I had to choose pee, obviously.
Pee.
I don't. I'd rather
I'll just dance this shit dry.
And just think about it too. Like if it's freezing cold, you're standing outside at Times Square. Like it might feel kind of good. A little piss.
Well,
warm you up
if
a
it's
little
freezing
bit.
cold, I don't see how piss would warm you up because after a while it would probably freeze because it is a liquid.
That's true. It would get cold.
Yeah, now we're changing the rules. Like, what situation am I in that I need? It depends, and which would I rather have? New York, Times Square. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
They should have Depends that are like icy hots, and it'll keep the pee warm for longer. So that
if you just move around a little bit, it warms up some. You know how you take it.
Oh my God!
Never mind.
Mikey, clip that shit.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get to voicemails. You guys ready? Let's do that.
Not
That damn show. Don't you want to leave us a message on that damn voicemail?
Yes.
I can tell you how to leave us a message on that damn voicemail. Call
312.
916-DAMN. Damn. 916-DAMN.
312.
Damn.
I made a little open there.
What is
What's with that big guy?
I saw the spelling mistake on that one. Yeah, don't think
What?
yeah, there's a spelling
just-
mistake on one of the slides. It says DAMMN, and he had to cross
And I
one and
crossed
cross
it
it out.
Like it just worked. I'm like, that's what our show
What the
is.
fuck? Yeah, if you missed it, go back 15 or 20 seconds and watch that. That was
Oh,
great.
So good. All right, we got a handful of voicemails to get to, so let's just start off. Oh, I actually have to warn you guys. This first one, it was really, really long. So what I did was remove everything that is fucking stupid and left and moved around just a couple of things to make it an entertaining voicemail. So for the
I
lady,
kind of want to hear the original.
you don't. It is 2.5 minutes long. And I'll tell you what it was. But
Oh.
but she was talking about Rob and she was talking about wine rack shit. But I just made it sound a little bit better.
Hi, I'm so happy you guys are back together. It is literally making my heart happy. I'm so happy, obviously. But another funny thing is there's actually herpes on my butthole. If you want to see them, look up herpes on my butthole. Again, that's herpes on my butthole. I'm so happy you guys are back. When is your Patreon coming out? Because I want to subscribe. I want you guys more. I want you so bad.
Okay. So for some context here, that's a username, herpes on my butthole on Reddit. And she was talking about some stuff that morning show had did. And I know that we agreed to not really talk about the morning show or the radio station anymore. So I wanted to just chop it up and make it sound kind of funny. And I was able to make it sound like she has herpes on her butthole. So congratulations to her. But to answer her question about the Patreon, it's live now. You can go to our Patreon right now and start getting behind the scenes stuff. And we'll just keep loading up more content. We'll put a link in the description of this episode so you can get easy access to it.
I'm really glad that she doesn't have herpes on her butthole.
Yeah.
And get out of context, that sounds horrible. But she sounded like she's very nice and big fan. So
yeah, I'm not sorry. She probably wouldn't be a fan if she lives in a huge.
No, I
fan of
know.
the
She
show,
knows us.
She's gonna be like, that was hilarious.
Oh, you know what show you called.
Yeah, so that was. I do appreciate the voicemail in the context of her saying that wine rack, who we call that dude wine rack, but it's actually supposed to be his wife. I guess I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Either way,
I can't keep track of all these nicknames. It was so much easier when we used their real names.
I know. But quick question though, and I'm probably stupid for asking this, but can you get herpes on your butthole?
Yes.
Well, Lara knows because she already has
That
herpes.
was quick.
I know. I caught myself turning around like, what?
Yeah. At least take a couple extra
No,
seconds. to
would-
make
No,
it seem
not
like
me.
you don't know.
Oh, God, no.
Well, I would imagine, because if somebody gives you herpes and you're doing anal, I would think
I was
you
gonna
probably
say,
could
it
get
could be
herpes on your butt.
anywhere.
It's an
That's
orifice. So
Anything that has like secretion, stroke, that can get
Yeah,
it, then it
stroke.
can't.
Don't blame Stroke. He does. What does he got to do with this?
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
secretion.
just shit.
You can't even.
I would have killed any herpes. If I'd had herpes after that shit, it would have died.
If it's where
Anyway.
moisture can be, then you can get herpes there. So you can get it on your
Oh.
mouth.
Yeah, but I
guess
think
it's
your body
so weird.
can't.
I'm not going
I
to
would
Google
think
it.
it because people break out in their mouths and everything else that have herpes, So I would
Yeah.
think, and I know there's different kinds of herpes, but I'm saying like
But-
the ones you get sexually. I would imagine you can get them pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
I don't know.
But
Lara-
I
Lara
have
does
zero
know.
interest in googling it because I don't want that popping up in my search history.
I'm
Or
sorry.
medicine showing up on Facebook like, hey, we know you Googled this. Here's some medicine just in case. Like, I don't need that.
Herpes medicine. Herp alert. You guys remember that fucking thing from Coachella?
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
Herp alert. All right, next voicemail.
Yeah, I just wanted to say you have no idea how glad I am that you've created this podcast and got everybody back together. Miss the radio show so much, and this is better than the radio show. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate it. 5 stars. Not sure how to get 5 stars on a phone call, but I give you 10 stars.
All right.
Awesome.
Well,
Thanks for coming
can-
back.
You can give us 5 stars on Spotify.
Yeah.
And
Patreon.
And what's funny is we wanted to do an uncensored version back when we were still a show, but it took us all getting fired to actually pull the trigger.
We did. We talked about that. We talked
We
about
wanted
doing
to do it so bad.
Yeah, I don't know why we never did, but whatever.
We were all lazy.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. And by the way,
Oh, we put so much into regular radio that it's like, oh, another thing, something else to
Yeah,
do.
you know, and because they want you to do like social media, and it's all the things that we're doing right now for the podcast, but they wanted us to do it for that too. So I don't know.
Another thing is we wouldn't have seen an extra cent for doing it anyway.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
there was no incentive to do it.
Well,
that's why we're doing this now.
And speaking of incentive, go fucking subscribe to our Patreon right now. Links in the description.
Please.
No, please. Just if you're
Please,
that big of a fan, like this guy's so happy that we're back, that fuck radio in Sacramento. It can't, we're so happy. Show us with money. $5.99.
Not only
thank
that,
you
like,
very
thank
much.
you, I guess.
Everyone talks about how, I can't wait for the next episode. I would love to do more than one episode a week because I know a lot of people burn through it on day one, on Wednesday when it comes out. They're like, I already listened to the whole thing. What are you left with until then? So we'd like to do this more often, but we gotta get that incentive to do it.
We got to. So get over to the Patreon, guys.
Well, there's a lot of cost that goes into this. It's been out of our pockets.
Sure.
Too. And Mikey's probably obviously paying the most because he's got this whole podcast set up and he's kind of teaching us old people like me how this works.
Pretty easy. But yeah, that you guys chipping in and paying would definitely help keep this whole thing going. Next message.
Hey guys, glad you're back. Lara too, girls. Anyways, listen, Beale Air Force Base is having its air show. Perfect time for you guys to show up, do a little podcast. Be pretty cool.
Do you know?
Yeah.
With airplanes.
Later.
The airplanes flying over, like how the fuck would
A couple things. Yeah, there's that. Also, Stroke and I don't live there. So we're gonna fly out for an air show.
Why not? We do an event, man. We call it Cunts and Crumpets at the fucking air show. No.
Yeah, we just got to plan those out. Yeah, it's really because it's a lot. You know, I from my life, we're full-time job, pretty much full-time school.
Yeah.
Got a family. It's a lot. It's a lot to just try to travel, but it doesn't mean that we don't. We're already planning, trying to plan out things.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we are working on things, and over the you guys will notice, like, and I'm not talking to the show already knows, but the listeners, for you guys, the damn it's, you guys will notice that over the next few months and in the year as things grow, you're going to see a lot of changes and a lot of shifts and a lot of different stuff that we're doing. So as long as you support us, I promise you this is going to just keep getting better, and we'll do events and we'll do giveaways and there'll be all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah, and we were talking about subscribing. Let me tell you why. It's not that we're sitting there necessarily making a killing off of it. It's to get the word out, because think about it. If you're trying to target a demo on social media, or certain people, let them know that, hey, we're back on the air, or a billboard, or whatever you may have in mind. We got to market ourselves too. So a lot of that money is not really going to our pockets yet. We're just trying to get the word out, because a lot of people don't know we're even here yet.
Yeah, gotta. I don't know. I think it'll be a while before we even have any money in our pockets from doing this, because we got to pump it right back into, like you just said, getting the word out and production, especially because a lot of the stuff that we have to use costs money.
Different subscriptions.
Yeah, there's a lot of subscriptions. There's a lot of other stuff, and the marketing is really expensive. But Stroke had brought up something that I really, really badly want to do, and we were never able to get it done when we were on the air. Do you remember when Vince McMahon promised us a fucking billboard and didn't give us one?
That lying piece of shit.
Yeah,
well,
I do remember.
That's the goal here. We want to get a billboard, and I think the Damnits will help us do it. All right, next message.
What's going on? Not That Damn Show. This is Damn It James. I just wanted to call in and give my quick thoughts on the whole Damn It's versus Not Damn It's thing. We're Damn It's. We've always been Damn It's. Right. We've continued to be Damn It's, and now that you're back, we're still Damn It's. So just call it Damn It's. The Not Damn It's thing, I don't know, it just doesn't roll off the tongue. But I just wanted to say I'm so glad that you guys are back. Sacramento radio is fucking horrible. And last thing, when are you guys going to roll out some merchandise? Take my fucking money already.
God, you guys are so demanding. Give me merch.
Well,
give me prescriptions. Give me everything.
They just assume this stuff happens overnight. I would like to remind you, episode 5.
Yeah.
Most podcasts don't get merchandise until episode of fucking 100. We're doing our best.
And also, there's something to point out too, is a lot of podcasts don't even get past episode 5. Like, they just give up at that point. Like, there's nobody listening. But we got hundreds of thousands of people listening to us.
But to answer your question, we did have a meeting yesterday and talk about merch and design and stuff. So it is in the works.
It is in the works. Merch will be on the way. One of the first things we will do, and I think we mentioned it, is the Cunts and Crumpets coffee mug. So be on the lookout for that to be coming soon. It'll slowly, like I said, more and more things will come as the days go on.
Yeah, and I got to warn you, Sacramento people, you're going to meet a lot of crazy Florida too, because we're letting the word out in this area too. I mean, we might as well just get. This is a podcast. We're not necessarily local. We're all in different areas. Yeah. So we'll welcome everybody to join the craziness. You're going to hear some crazy ass Florida people, in case you don't know that. So get ready.
Absolutely, man. I can't wait for that. We're going to be America's podcast. That's what we are. We're the number one podcast in America. Someday,
Gulf
eventually.
of America, baby.
Eat it, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, sit down.
He can eat.
I'd like to have his paycheck.
Well, he's a whole different style. We're not Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, definitely not. I mean, I'm talking about the money.
Yeah. How do we get Joe Rogan money? That's the question here.
I don't know.
That's what we need. That way we can all.
You got to have fame before you start a podcast. And he's like one of the first podcasters, if I remember.
He really is he was definitely like doing it long before anybody else. Like I think I saw a video of him talking to Tom Green. You guys remember Tom Green from MTV when he had a Tom Green? So it was a video of him years ago talking about creating a podcast before they ever became a thing. He wasn't the first one, but definitely one of the first.
One lady that I work with says, I don't know why, but because I think the guy's hilarious. I don't think I'm even close to him, but I like that Theo
Vaughn
guy.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God. She's like, you remind me of him. I'm like, why?
He's so funny.
Because I'm like, he's so good. But he is funny. He's so good. He's like probably one of my favorites because it's not like, it's like even when he sits down with presidential people and shit, he says still fucked up shit that he's normal.
And you know what's cool about him too is he's real sincere too, because sometimes he'll get a little serious and he'll be real. And I was like, oh fuck, this guy's actually kind of like real. He's like human. But I do appreciate him. Yeah. All right, next.
People from Sacramento really love you. I mean, just because 98 Rock gave up on you doesn't mean Sacramentans didn't give up on you. We love you guys. And Lara too.
Well,
I love you too.
That seems to be the theme of this week's round of voicemails. I got 2 more left.
Holy crap.
I
got a Facebook page back up. It goes under Road Rash. I also got a YouTube channel coming up, Road Rash. Be good to yourself and others. Glad to see you guys and hear you guys, man. Keep up the good work. Cheers. See you in the future.
I was waiting on that 9.5-fingered bastard to call us.
Yeah, where's he been? Like, it took him fucking 5 episodes to finally call in and be like, hey, good to yourselves and others.
I think he got banned from the internet, like completely. Not like social media. Like, he got completely banned. They're like, you can't even get on the internet.
What the fuck does he even do? Only thing I ever see him post is like he talks shit about Trump, which is fine. And that's all I ever see. Like, I don't ever see anything really bad.
Yeah, I don't really see any bad stuff either. Politics is the only thing I ever noticed of him.
I think he's starting his own podcast.
That's what he said.
Called Road Rash. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, Road Rash. By the way, I own a company called Muscatello Media. That's what we do. We produce podcasts. Let me know if you need some help. I'm available. All right, last one.
Hi. So my name is Jamie, and I actually remember meeting all of you guys back when you guys actually did a show at Infinity Energy, and my dad loves you guys so much, and literally made a call into you guys and made sure that he brought me up so that I could be on the air with you guys. And then he also went to Twin Peaks and I came in with him and I hung out with Stroke and also Ian. And so I'm just super happy that you guys are back on the air and I love you guys so much and keep up the good work.
Do you guys remember this lady?
I
do.
Vaguely.
It took me a second to remember that location because it was such an odd remote broadcast that we had. But I remember she was super cool, and I remember meeting her dad, and yeah, she was nice.
I don't have a job to protect at that station anymore, so I'll tell you, that was one of the worst remotes I've ever done in my career.
Agreed.
It was so bad.
Yeah. For people who don't know what we mean by remote, they have us go there and put on our entire show with a booth and everything. And it's supposed to be out of business outside so listeners can come. But they had us set up in an office building with office workers who are working quietly.
We're trying to work.
They had us do do that to at a couple different places. So there was it was right after the pandemic and they were trying to bring people back into businesses and stuff. So they were sending us out to do these remotes at different places, but that was the weirdest fucking thing. Wasn't it a solar? Wasn't it a solar panel place?
They were doing a hiring event.
Yeah.
And we were just in the middle of the atrium while people are just walking by trying to work. And it was so fucking quiet in there.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I would hate to work here. Like I feel like we're just being annoying.
And we
no, I mean they were nice. It's just
Sure.
I think it was just our location was odd because it was in a lobby-ish area, so it was like reception ladies next to us, and wherever they're telling dick jokes.
And I remember that girl coming up, and we did put her on the radio. I don't remember what the hell we were doing. We played a game. We made her play a game with us or something, and then her and her dad came out to that other event. But yeah, that was.
Come to our next event, Jamie, because we're working on them.
Yeah, keep an eye out. Make sure you're following us on social media and everything. We're going to be announcing events soon in the coming probably month or so.
Love you, Jamie.
Love you, Jamie. And it won't be in an office space.
She did say she loves us, so I think we should tell her we love her too.
That should become a new thing with the Damn It's.
We love
should
you.
Be telling them I love you.
I think that's a little creepy. There's this guy that I watch. I watch this guy on YouTube, and please don't make fun of me. This is going to age me, but it's this guy who just goes to Costco and shows you all the deals that Costco has every single month. He's called he's literally called the deal guy. And when he ends every single one of his videos, he says, "I love you, bye bye." And I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable, and I don't want to.
I love you.
I love you, bye bye.
You know the weirdest YouTube video I came across about a year ago? There's YouTube videos, look these up, of people just scratching lottery tickets.
Oh my God,
like,
dude.
Why?
Mandy and I one time, I swear to God, watched these people do this for like 3 fucking hours one time. I don't know why.
You were high as
I'm always high, but I don't know why.
Did they win?
I don't think they won anything.
You're not high right now. You probably are.
No, a little bit. I'm always a little high.
That's the poor man's
viewers.
That's the poor man's gambling because you don't have to actually put any of your own money out there, but you can still be like thrilled to see if they
watch
win.
and get excited.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But the one I had, it had 100-something thousand views. I'm like, that's all it takes. It's just
what the fuck? We're really doing content here. We can't get more than 500 views on YouTube. These assholes are scraping fucking lottery tickets and they're getting millions. Get out.
Although I am very happy with our
next
Spotify list analytics.
We're killing it on Spotify.
Killing it.
We're killing it on Spotify. Spotify, Apple, iHeart, they're all doing really well. YouTube is going to be, like I mentioned before, it's going to be a little iffy no matter what because of our content.
But we should still do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're on iHeart? I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I didn't either until yesterday.
I tried to put us on Odyssey, just so you guys know. It's not happening.
Dude, funny enough, they never took my podcast down. I know they took yours down.
They took mine down shortly after I did my tell-all episode where I fucking just let it all out.
I thought it was because you got fired and they just forgot about me because I'm just not very important apparently.
I don't know. That's just weird. Well, that's our voicemails for this week. Make sure you guys leave us voicemails 916-312-DAMN.
I mean, when it comes to podcasts, nobody ever comes to me and goes, "Hey, man, where are you?" Everybody always goes, "Are you on iHeart? Are you on Spotify?
Yeah.
Are you on this?" Nobody ever says, "Are you on Odysseys?" What is it? Was it just Odyssey?
Odyssey.
Well, I forgot. What was the name of it? Yeah, no one even thinks about that.
No.
And by the way, when I didn't know Barstool Sports has a bar area.
Yeah.
So I went to go grab some lunch when I was in Nashville. And this lady comes up next to me and she has this fur coat. She's with a group of girls. And I'm like, "Oh, that's a nice looking coat," because I'll talk to everybody. And she's like, "Yeah." And then she's, I don't know how, but she says, "Yeah, I'm from the Bay Area." And and I said, "Oh, I lived over in Roseville outside Sacramento." And she's like, "Oh, I played softball all the time or whatever." And she actually knew our show. And then there immediately, she went to Spotify right there at the little bar area and subscribed. So I wish I could remember her name, but she was super nice.
You brought up on the last episode us wanting to get on Sirius XM or maybe get picked up by whatever podcast network, even another radio station, whatever, that's fine. But I would fucking love more than anything to get picked up by Barstool. Barstool is where we fucking fit right in. I watch some of their podcasts. They're pretty funny, man. In Dave Portnoy, when he goes around and does his pizza reviews and shit, I don't know. I'm a fan of Barstool and what they do. I think there's an opportunity there too.
That might be Not That Damn Show 2.0 or something, because they're real edgy. I enjoy them too.
Good stuff. Do you guys watch Ian, Larry? Do you guys ever watch any of their stuff?
I can't say that I have.
You should.
Did you know they had a restaurant? Did anybody know?
No.
I thought maybe when you're in Boston you kind of knew that, or maybe it's new, but they have, and it was really good food and just great music. I mean, Nashville's one of those places. It didn't matter where you go. There's great music.
Yeah.
I didn't know Barstool had podcasts. I thought they just did the news and everything, but that's cool.
They got podcasts and everything.
They got girls in there talking about how much dicks they've had in their life, nasty stuff. You see the video clips. You're like,
isn't that where that Call Her Daddy podcast started?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's one of the biggest podcasts. Like that's the female version of Joe Rogan's podcast, basically, I guess.
Yeah, they get real. The girls don't hold back. They're kind of like, it's like a dude sitting around, but except it's women and they're filthy. And I'm like, I like this.
That's hilarious. All right, you guys ready to get into WTF news? Let's do this.
What the is going on here?
What the?
I just want to say I'm very happy with these intros and their videos that go with it.
Yeah, I've been spending some time doing some production, and it'll step up and it'll get better as more people subscribe and start paying for us, so that I can actually devote more time into it instead of just doing it in between other things.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. Well, there's a 51-year-old man in North Carolina. He called 911 on Monday, and he said that I've been locked in a storage unit for about a week now, and just now found my phone. The operator asked if he was still stuck inside. He said, yes, my girlfriend locked me in here. She doubled up my lock. I just need out of here. I can't breathe. I have nothing to drink or anything. So emergency crews rushed to the unit, freed the man, and got him to a hospital for treatment. He was dehydrated, but he'll be okay. Investigators say that the couple got into an argument, and she told him to get something out of the back of the unit. He crawled in there. She slammed the door, shouted, "This is what you get," and locked it and left and never went back.
Yeah, it was one of those, because I asked these questions. I was like looking into this. It was double locked.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why didn't he try to beat on it? And it was like one of these places not many people go to. Because I'm like, he's in there for a few days. You think somebody would hear him?
Yeah, he was there from Thursday to Monday, so which is 4 days.
Damn.
One official said they truly believe she intended for him to die inside, and the unit is described as a hoarder's paradise, and it was stuffed so full that things started falling out when the police forced it open. So it makes sense the guy could have lost his phone and spent days trying to find it in total darkness. And the girlfriend, a 52-year-old woman, was arrested and charged with attempted murder and kidnapping.
Holy shit. Murder? Well, because leaving him in there for so long?
Attempted murder.
Oh, okay.
Because, she left him there for 4 days. I mean, he would not have lasted much longer.
If it would have been, and the temperatures were kind of average, so if it would have been super cold or super hot, it would have been, he would have died. But my thing was like, she went about her days, like the next 4 days, like nothing happened. Just probably went out to eat and hanging out with friends, just did this normal life while her boyfriend's just sitting there just trapped.
That's a fucking legit psychopath right there.
Yep.
Like that's it. Like you just fucking lock somebody up like that and just went about your life, living your life like normal, not even giving a fuck. That's crazy.
Was she hot? I never did see her.
Man. You know
did
what?
You find a picture of her?
I will do that.
She had to be
right
hot
now.
crazy.
See if you can find a picture of her. I'm going to get into this next story while you're looking at it. Over in England, a parish counselor, which is, by the way, just a fancy way of saying a guy who takes himself way too seriously. He had to resign after allegedly trying to blow up his neighbor's cat. Here's a picture of the cat blowing up right there. It gets better.
Oh, my God.
I actually have video, you guys. This dude named James Garner thought the best way to deal with a neighborhood cat was to booby trap his bird feeder with explosive devices and blow this cat up. You guys want to see this video?
Yes.
Let's see the video.
Kind of.
Also, I found the woman.
Oh, my God.
The cat just hanging out right there and... Now, luckily, the cat didn't die, so at least there's that. But, the explosion was pretty fucking great. Suki was the cat's name. The cat casually strolls up to the birdhouse like you just saw. I know, right?
From Avatar.
What an evil person.
Let's put that video back up there so everyone can see it. Miraculously, like I said, the cat survived, but now is traumatized. And after this footage has surfaced, fucking the guy had to resign because apparently... attempted cat murder is not the kind of thing that screams pillar of community. But meanwhile, the cops looked into this and decided that there wasn't enough evidence to file charges on this dude. This guy tried to assassinate his neighbor's cat. It was caught on video, and the cops are just like, meh, not enough proof.
How was the pussy, though? Was it okay? Or was the pussy sore?
It was on fire.
Pussy a little burnt?
I think the pussy was a little sore. But I think the cat did survive, so at least there's that.
So I'm going to show you what the lady from the first story looks like.
Is this her right
I
here?
did find her mugshot. Yes, that is her. She looks crazy.
A little makeup on her. She might not be as bad, but she's not hot.
I can hear her voice right now. She looks like she's done meth.
Do you think
too.
do you think she has like a smoker's kind of like whiskey voice? Like she talks like this.
Yes. I can see it in her face.
Like that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm imagining that either the teeth are kind of yellow or brown, or there's a few missing.
There's got to be at least 3 missing. Holy shit. All right.
Anyway.
Should give you a gummy.
Oh, man. So an 18-year-old woman in Florida was arrested on
Florida
Wednesday.
Man.
Yeah. Well, Florida woman.
Florida woman.
I'll allow it. After she and another 16-year-old girl set out to vandalize her ex's car, she was furious because he still owed her $700, which if you break up with me and you owe me money, I probably would just call it a loss. I don't care that much.
You just write it off, dude. You're not getting it back.
Well, they painted the car and even threw eggs at it, which is definitely a crime of passion considering the price of eggs. Unfortunately for them, they got the wrong vehicle. The car belonged to a neighbor, not her ex-boyfriend, and the damage was estimated at about $5,000.
Holy shit.
Well, there's even more trouble. The deputies caught them driving with 2 open containers of Four Loko in plain view, and they're both underage.
People still drink Four Loko?
I know. Well,
That's what
even when I was younger, I think that's a young person's drink.
I don't think I've ever had one.
I drank it when I was 20, 21, but not a day older.
Wow.
Because it was cheap and it did its fucking job, because your tolerance is shitty when you're that young. So it does its job very well.
That's true.
But I haven't touched it in almost 14 years.
Damn.
Have you ever come across a car that's been painted like that, where somebody, like the woman's wrote cheater on it?
Not in real life, but I see them on the internet every
I
once in a
have
while.
once. This happened to me last summer. I went to the gas station, and this is before I moved over here, but I was still in this area, and I pull up I'm with a buddy, and so we pull up in and we go inside to grab something to eat or whatever. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and there's this guy and his buddy, and he's just trying to scrub this paint. I'm like, that ain't coming off. But I'm so bad, I wanted to go, what happened? But she just spray painted his vehicle, and it just said cheater like all down, and I'm like,
You're
"Yay,
fucked.
ooh."
You're fucked.
You're like, what are you gonna do, man? You're gonna fuck up your paint job. You have to get your car completely repainted if somebody does something like that. There's no chance that's coming off. That's insane.
Unless you go to Pick and Pull and get another door that's exactly the same color.
I mean,
this one wasn't a door. This was the whole side of the car.
Damn. I think it's probably better off to get something spray painted on your car than actually have somebody come and key it or something, because that fucks up everything.
Yeah. In that situation, I think I would just spray paint over the cheater part until I was able to get a paint
Just cross
job,
it off.
wouldn't you?
Just put a big X through it.
You got to find the same color and just scribble it out so it doesn't say anything. It's just a big white or orange or whatever the color blob.
Or if it says cheater, just put the word not cheater in front of it.
You just do a decal.
It's like not that damn show.
Or like
Not a cheater.
Pick someone who is, and just be like, it's like over cheater, right? Tom Brady is and then just something like that.
Something like that. You ever see a plan so mind-blowingly stupid that you almost respect the effort of this plan? Because that's exactly what I'm about to tell you guys about.
Surprisingly, yes.
You have.
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe you could tell us about it after this story. There's 2 guys from Colorado. It's right here. These are these 2 guys, which, by the way, Colorado is nowhere near Louisiana, and that's going to make sense because these 2 guys decided the best way to smuggle meth and tobacco into a Louisiana federal prison was to fire it over the fence with a goddamn cannon. Like, they got a cannon to shoot. I mean, if you're thinking about it, you're like, all right, well, maybe that's not really a bad idea. But
was it like a T-shirt, like one of those T-shirt?
I think it
cannons, or
was.
it like
it was legit a cannon. That's all I know. It was like these guys.
No, I think I remember saying the story. It was similar to a T-shirt cannon, not like a military grade.
Oh,
I don't think.
Civil War.
I wish it was a
cannibal
Civil
one.
War cannon. These motherfuckers were storming the castle like a goddamn medieval fucking movie.
No, dude, if anything, they should have just built a medieval trebuchet and launched that shit like a catapult.
That would have been great.
Exactly.
Well, so they tried to launch $112,000 worth of tobacco and $89,000 worth of meth over the prison walls using this cannon. And before you ask, yes, it was fully operational. They found out that they could shoot 350 feet, which means at some point they sat there and kind of did the math on how the
they had to do a test
of the ballistics of shooting meth over this fucking fence. And shocker, the brilliant plan didn't fucking work. Authorities were able to bust these guys before they could pull it off. Now both of them are facing charges for attempt to introducing contraband into a penal institution. Penal is a funny word, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, we need a penal talk button. And bonus, one of the guys here, Jose Francisco, is in the country illegally. So now
Can I guess which one?
Please guess which one it is.
Bottom?
I don't know if I want to play this game.
Pretty sure this is the guy on the bottom.
Oh my gosh! Back in the day, think about like if you were at war and you're like, "Oh, I fired a cannon." That was a lot of work you had to go into.
Yeah, you had to you had to put the fucking cannonball in there. You had to put like the gunpowder. The ramrod, all that, and then light it.
What's even weirder if you were in war and you had like one of those muzzle loaders, and you're like, I know, like I'm jacking off, but I'm not. I'm loading my muzzle loader.
Get a fucking
musket.
I can't even imagine.
I'll get you, son of a bitch. I'll get you, son of a bitch.
Every bullet you had to fucking use a musket. You had to fucking shove that shit in there. Pow.
That's a work.
I would like to.
It reminds me of when we churn butter.
I'd like to point out Ramrod, not a bad porn name.
You know what? You're right. That's a great name. Ramrod.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised there's not a porn star named Ramrod.
I bet there is.
There's gotta be.
Yeah.
Google it, Lara.
No. I will, but not because I want to, but because I have to know.
You gonna check it out? Now I gotta know too.
Ramrod.
I know. We used to have
star.
Larry used to search on the company computers, but now she's like, "That's my home internet. I ain't doing this."
I get it. That's totally fine. You got a Ramrod?
I guess there's a porn called Mr. Ramrod. I don't think that's his name.
Mr. That's his name.
No, that's the name of the title of the video.
He is Mr.
Like the
Ramrod.
video.
He's Tom Ramrod. Who's not heard of him?
Big fan. Been watching his movies forever.
But no, the plan that my friend used that was I've talked about this before. It was so stupid. I almost respected it for the effort. It was the guy that I was at a gas station with him, and he saw a girl's for sale car sticker. She pulled up to the gas station with a for sale sign on the back window, and it had her number on it, and he called it the next day. I was like, that is so unbearably stupid, because he didn't call her about the car. He called to ask her out.
Did it work though?
No.
Oh. See, if it would have worked, that's brilliant.
Then I would have respected it. But it's so creepy that I cannot respect it. But if it had, I'd have been like, oh wow, I might have to try that. Interesting.
It's kind of like when every woman if you ask them, "Hey, about your inbox," they'll be like, "Some weird dude's just sending his penis over to me," and you're like, "Why does guys think this is just randomly going to be like, oh yeah, I'll go?"
That's
because
a really good point.
For one,
because they would like to receive that from a woman. Sorry.
Yeah, but I know there's women out there who are obviously very slutty, but your chances of finding a woman who just randomly opens her inbox and like, "Oh, nice dick." But, okay.
I'm curious, for anybody listening to this podcast, whether you consider yourself a dammit or not, have you as a woman ever gotten a dick picture in your inbox and been like, "Wow, okay, let me hook up with this guy," or other way around, guys that you have just sent your picture off into the internet space hoping somebody would like it? Has it ever worked out for you? I'm genuinely curious. I doubt it has, but go ahead and leave a comment. I'd like to know.
I think if you send your dick picture, you have to be a little bit like, you have to like let's say it's around 4th of July, you have to paint it,
a little
cowboy hat on it, like something that stands out from all the other.
Yeah, you should take the picture and like crop it so it's just your penis standing up, and then there's like fireworks coming out the tip. Like how like sparklers like shooting out like that. Why not? Put American flag behind it, play some fucking music, like spice it up a little bit.
You should draw a little smiley face on the top of it, and then like it's a little puppet, like a little finger puppet.
I call it the Star Spangled Banger. There it is.
Make it sing songs.
Turn them into dinosaurs. Take the dick picture and turn it into a little fucking T-Rex.
Like,
put it in a bag of Cheetos and see if they can tell the difference. Paint it orange.
Oh my!
See if they can tell the difference. Sorry.
Does that violate Facebook, by the way? If you do a dick shadow puppet?
I don't know. I think you should give it a shot. Give it a shot.
No, I don't want. I only got so much to work with. I got to compete.
Usually your shadows will make it bigger, so you could throw it up there and.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay way back. Look at this big old dick.
He's shadow cocking.
Oh
anyway.
Shit. Yeah, on you now.
Yeah, a 29-year-old guy in Vancouver, British Columbia. He got sloppy drunk at a wedding on Saturday. And people took his keys away to stop him from driving drunk, which, good friends. I like that. This was around 1:45 in the morning, which I've never been to a wedding that went that late, ever.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're usually over at least by midnight. Like, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. They want you out.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on where they were holding this reception. But anyway, he wasn't happy about it and started a fight. Then cops showed up and arrested him for breach of peace and drove him home, which, how's that an arrest if they drive you home?
It's Canada,
It's Canada.
right?
Yeah, it's Canada. But
they're nice cops.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Instead of passing out and sleeping it off, he decided to call an Uber, went back to the wedding to get his car, and drove drunk anyway.
All right.
He sped by a police station at 3:50 in the morning, going twice the speed limit, and they arrested him properly this time and tossed him in jail. He's facing drunk driving charges and lost his license for 3 months, which, again, that's Canada.
God.
Around here, that's a suspended license for at least a year. Yeah, so much nicer than us.
Canada's starting to piss me off lately. I mean, I'm not even trying to get political, but just every time they start doing the Star Spangled,
they boo.
Somebody's singing it. They've been booing. They did it last night. I don't watch wrestling, but apparently last night it happened in WWE.
Really?
I'm like, what?
Should ask my son.
Yeah, and then hockey. They're just being assholes.
I know they were doing it in hockey, that they booed us, and then they booed us when we were in Canada, and then we beat them, and then they beat us in Boston. So
I don't follow hockey.
Goddamn Canadians. Listen, Canadian people are pretty nice. I have no problems with Canadian people. It's fine.
I just don't get like with their flapping jaws and they're farting on everybody. I know little about Canada. I just know what South Park tells me.
Yeah,
all I know is they come to Florida and they steal. They take everything from the hotel, mats. They take salt shakers. They take everything. Canadians are like thieves.
Is that real? Are you serious?
Are you gossiping about Canadians?
I swear to God, ask Ian. Ian, you worked in the hospitality industry. At restaurants, they take the salt and pepper shakers.
Why?
They buy stuff. They buy stuff and then they bring it back to Walmart. They're like the cheapest people
Canadians?
ever.
No one ever stole from me because they would literally ask me if they could take it. And I'm like, I don't get paid enough to give a shit about our salt shakers. Fucking take them. We've got 1,000 more in the back. I don't give a
sugar
fuck.
packs, everything they could take back to their hotel room, like everything. They take everything.
I'm just trying to get that tip money. You know what I'm saying? If it'll make you tip more to turn the other cheek, be my guest. Take whatever the fuck you want.
They're nice. They're just thieves. Just minor thieves.
That's so weird. I've never heard that about Canadians.
Well, in Florida, they just come. We get the snowbirds, and they come down here, and they'll just.
I was trying to think of what you guys call them. Is that anybody
Snowbirds,
from? Yeah. Is that anybody from the north or specifically Canadians?
Anybody.
Mostly Canadians is how.
Well, I mean, people from Wisconsin and New York and all these up north places. I mean, we call them snowbirds too.
Interesting, but it's only the Canadians that steal the sugar packets.
Everybody knows that around here. Like in this area,
so funny.
You can ask anybody who we get a waitress on here right now, or a waiter, and they'll tell you, yeah, they've had problems.
Holy shit, that's super weird. Yeah, we should. You know what? By the way, that's a great segment to bring back. Is what I learned that I loved doing that at the end of the show, and then because the Dammits used to call in and leave voicemails, or now they can leave comments and let us know what they learned.
I mean, we can do that.
We can start bringing that one back again. Let us know if you guys want that one to come back or any other bit that you want us to bring back. I got the last news story here. It's finally this is sort of a pro tip for you guys, and I think Stroke and Ian sort of understand this a little bit. If you ever think, hey, I should grab this shark for a selfie, just do it. Just know that natural selection is really going to make an example out of you. 55-year-old woman is now missing both of her hands because she tried to pose with a 6-foot shark like it was a Disney character. I have this picture right here. You can't see much other than she doesn't have hands.
I want to see the shark.
I would love to see the shark too. I didn't get a picture of the shark. Now, according to authorities, she was engaging with the shark, which those of you know that means molesting it, trying to get the perfect shot. Shockingly, the shark did not appreciate the photo shoot that she was going for and responded by removing both of her fucking hands. And now I know we're supposed to maybe feel bad for this lady, but you grabbed the fucking shark. Like, what do you expect?
Here's the thing. I feel a little.
Why?
Here's the thing. I understand that natural selection is going to do its thing, but maybe that's a one-handed mistake. I don't think she should have lost two, but one.
No more selfies for her.
If she'd have lost one hand, I'd be like, bitch, that's what you fucking get. And I feel no sorrow for you whatsoever.
Selfies with her fucking elbow nubs now.
Nubs. Hey, nubs. Well, remember that time you lost your hands?
Like, it's so hard to feel bad for people like that because and I've had people tell me that I feel that I'm insensitive for saying it, but our beaches have been classified by the news, I don't believe it, but as the most dangerous beaches in America because of our riptides. They're so powerful and they're killing people because spring breakers come down here. They don't know what a rip current is, and they ignore our double red flag system, which tells you at every beach entrance, do not go in that water. Don't fucking do it. If you will, you will be fined and you will probably die. And we lost about 8 people last year who did not know how to survive a rip current, and I feel no sorrow for them whatsoever.
Is that like at specific times, or does that sign just always posted, do not fucking go in this water?
It depends on the current,
Okay.
how it's
current,
flowing.
yes.
So if you ever get caught in one of these, you swim parallel to the beach. The only way to get out.
I knew
Let
that.
it take you
We
all
had
the
an
way
NFL.
out.
Yeah, we had an NFL. Maybe it was former. I think it was
Former,
last
yeah.
year, or the year before. And this is a guy who works out strong. You can't fight him.
Nope.
Like you can't. He tried to like fight it, and it still killed him. You have to
Damn.
swim parallel to the beach if you're caught in one of these, and it's freaking scary.
Yeah.
Like if it says double red flags, stay the hell out of
It
it.
doesn't matter if you are like, because I had somebody, I was working in a restaurant at the time. They're like, I could probably get out of it. I swam in high school. I'm like, you'll die tired. I promise. Let it take you out. And once it's done pulling you, swim parallel to the shore. And then when you've got a good way to get back, let the waves take you back.
So you shouldn't like swim, you parallel, but sort of at an angle where you kind of make your way to the shore over time, or just straight?
Well,
parallel out of
Okay.
it.
Yeah, parallel. Yeah, but let it take you out, and once it's done pulling you, swim parallel to the shore so you're away from the current, and then try to swim with the
Okay.
waves and let them take
So
you back.
towards the sand or parallel with the sand, like
Parallel with the sand.
Parallel with the beach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, and we have systems in place that it's almost impossible to not know what this means, because the flags are at every beach access. They're on our taxi cabs, our billboards, our news stations. They're in bars.
So people are
So
just
you
stupid.
should, yeah, and they
Hotel rooms, condos,
they're
everywhere.
everywhere. We make it so easy for you to know what this means, and people die, and I feel no sorrow for them whatsoever.
What's the shark?
No, the problem is some people come down and they think, well, I've lived near a lake, I'm tough, I'm
That
strong.
means
I can
nothing.
do this.
You'll
And
die
The
tired.
beach is different. The beach is different.
Dude, the
Well, I'm
ocean is
saying-
much
a lot of
different than
spring
the lake.
breakers.
Well, I'm saying,
spring breakers a lot of times are young and stupid.
yeah,
too.
and I'm saying that because it's like the shark story. I don't feel bad for when things happen to people like this, because it's literally, I think, the oldest killing machine on this planet. It was around during the time of the dinosaurs.
Ian said spring break, but this goes on all summer
Yeah.
long. Just so
True,
you know,
yeah.
it's just it's not just
I don't
March.
feel bad for anybody who gets their fucking hands bitten off by a shark because they were trying to take a picture with
No.
it. I just don't. This lady's
No.
an idiot. Welcome to fucking Idiotsville.
And
I wonder
I bet
if
you won't
someone
do that
told
again.
her it was like a safe breed of shark, and so she was like, "Oh, it's fine."
I don't believe
still
there is
wouldn't.
such a thing.
Safe, really.
Like like a tiger shark. They don't really have they don't bite and stuff.
When threatened, they might.
Fuck, if you were touching a tiger shark, I would imagine if it didn't like you, it's going to bite your hands off. I don't care
Right.
what kind of shark it is. I've been bit by a sand shark before.
You did?
Yeah, it's a little tiny, it's like this fucking big. They're
Oh.
like
Mikey,
Yeah.
how come
Oh,
you're not
wow.
bragging about this all the time?
I got a big,
How come
I
this
got
is
a big
the first time?
The scar on my
I've
arm
ever-
it's a shark bite.
It's a little tiny pussy baby shark.
that
It doesn't
is.
matter.
I'm
It's
just kidding.
it's not that important.
Yeah, we have the biggest things we have here. I mean, we have all those sharks, but the bull sharks.
sharks.
Those things they can actually swim up in fresh water.
Yep.
Those damn
That's-
things, if they get an opportunity, that's freaking. They're ready to kill you.
That's terrifying.
They're aggressive.
Lara, the sand shark was like this fucking big. It bit my ankle. Like,
But you have the right to say I got bit by a shark, and you don't
She's
say
not
that all
wrong.
the time.
man, there was
Why
this one
not?
time I got bit by a fucking shark. You guys aren't going to fucking believe this. It was a shark. I got bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Nothing.
You should literally be branding yourself as Shark Bite Survivor.
All right.
I'm
From now on,
serious,
my
this is
name
a
down here at
waste.
the bottom where it has my name is going to say Mikey, shark bite
No,
survivor.
no, we need to go straight Finding Nemo. Your name is now Sharkbait. Ooh-ha.
Stupid.
Shark Bait and Stroke.
Those are dumb.
Stroking Sharkbait and extra cheese and Lala.
I got bit by a whore at a bar once, but I mean, I
got
go
bit
around
by a
bragging.
flamingo. I got bit by a flamingo one time. So who has the more
What?
interesting story
Wait,
here?
what? A flamingo?
Flamingo bit me when I was a kid.
Why?
Because he was a dick.
Well, I feel like all flamingos are dicks. Like you're a flamingo.
Yeah,
they just
they
look like
are.
assholes.
Yeah, it was an entitled fucking pink pussy bird that I was at Busch Gardens and
I just lost my drink.
I was at Busch
It's a
Gardens.
pussy bird.
I was at Busch Gardens in Tampa, and I was like, 9 or 10. I had a watch on. You can actually reach out and touch the birds, and it kept picking at my watch. And I was like, Mom, take my watch off. So I took it off, and then it bit me where the watch was. So I'm like, you're fuck. I wanted to punch the flamingo in the face.
I hate flamingos.
I know
Flamingos
they're stupid.
They're super
entitled
full of
birds.
themselves.
Yeah,
like, we get it. You can balance. Like, calm down.
They're the gayest bird of all birds. Like, if there was a gay bird, it's the fucking flamingo.
Oh yeah, that's definitely homo in it.
I would say maybe a parrot. No, a peacock's pretty gay.
The name peacock is very gay, but the flamingo itself. Well, you know what? Peacocks are pretty flamboyant, right? They're fucking showing off their big.
Even the guy, that's the guy flamingos too. They're like, "Hello, we're here."
Oh yeah, flamingos are standing with attitude. Like they're literally standing like this.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm pink because I eat shrimp.
Gay as fuck.
Wednesday when this podcast drops to you, everybody, I want to start seeing these hashtags. Fuck the flamingos.
Flamingos.
That's the hashtag.
Hey.
People like this. You gonna fuck the flamingo or fuck flamingos?
Flamingos don't even chop wood. They're fucking entitled.
You even chop wood? Get out of here.
Okay, so Mikey got bit by a shark and Ian got bit by a gay bird. So that's good to know today. I learned that.
All right. Yeah. All right, we got a
that
couple.
Might be the funniest things Lara said in a while. That made me cry.
Nobody cares about the whore bite.
Well, so Stroke got bit by a whore. Lara, what have you been bit by?
Nothing.
That's a good point. Have you ever been bit by anything?
Shit, I don't know. Not really.
Got a shark, a flamingo, and a whore.
Well, you need to start living life, Lara.
Get out a little bit more, Lara.
I'll think about it. I can't remember.
Go,
Lara, come on down to Florida. We got plenty of animals that will bite you.
That'll bite you.
All right, we got a couple of damn problems. Let's get into that.
Got a problem?
What the hell's your problem?
Maybe we can help.
I felt I had a problem.
What's your damn problem?
This one comes to us from Instagram. People were asking, how can they send us damn problems? You can send it to us on Instagram, Facebook, and you can email us, not tdspod@gmail.com if you want to. But anyway, is really the best way. And you can send it to any one of us, and we'll go ahead and read it for you. This guy did not want his name read, and you will probably understand why after I read it to you. It says, holy shit, I can't believe you crazy fuckers are back on the mic after all these years. I'm so happy I could cry. Well, then cry. I want
to cry, flamingo.
I kind of want you to cry about it for a little bit. I wish he kind of would have called in and just cried about how happy he was.
Is it weird that I agree with you?
No, I want to hear him cry. But he says, I never thought I would get a chance to write in for a damn problem, but here we are. So good news is I'm dating a girl who, this is where this shit gets a little weird because the way he wrote this. I'm dating a girl who's hotter than a grease fire and sweet enough to make you puke. I feel like this dude's got to be like in his late 40s, 50s.
He might be.
What the hell does that mean?
He might be Southern too. That's a Southern fried phrase if I've ever heard one.
Maybe, yeah. I didn't think about this. Sweet enough. He could be a Florida guy, actually.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Hotter than a grease fire.
I've never heard of me say that.
I have a bouncer at the place at the bar I work at. He says shit like this all the time. He's like, that girl was ugly enough she could make a bulldog stop eating out of a gut bucket. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say?
What's that even fucking mean?
What?
Okay. But he says it's like unreal. She's a 10-10 with looks, heart of gold, and she's the whole damn package. And he says, we finally got a chance to get close and personal, not full on bang, but close enough to cross some lines. And this is where the shit hits the fan. The chick smells like a cum dumpster fire, but like everywhere.
What does that smell like?
Thank you.
I don't know, but cum dumpster, like I would understand dumpster fire maybe, but he put cum dumpster fire.
I think you're just
okay. So I'm
smelly
thinking
whore.
That's disgusting.
I'm thinking those cum trees that's in California.
God,
those on fire with the smire.
It's happening right now, dude. They're everywhere already. Like my allergies have been fucked the past couple weeks.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not.
I saw some of my California friends complaining about that recently. I'm like, oh, it's cum tree season.
It's cum tree season. But he says her armpits stink, her breath stinks, her south of the border is all really, really bad.
That's awful.
He said this is a stench that could peel paint off a wall.
Oh, get her some of that Lumi. Remember that stuff I was talking about that you wipe on your puss and your
you did bring that up a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, get her some of that Lumi. I keep seeing the commercials.
He says I'm not a shallow prick who's going to ghost her over it, but Jesus Christ, it's bad. How do I tell someone I actually care about that they smell like a landfill?
Here's what you do. Before you fuck, you should shower together. Not only is it sexy.
That's a good idea.
Not only is it sexy, You can probably talk her into some sour sex, but you can also visually maintain her cleanliness. Like, hey,
Wash her.
we just got home from dinner. What do you want to do? I know. Let's take a shower.
That's like, hey, I got a good idea. How about just bad breath? Why don't we go brush our teeth together?
Exactly.
That's a great idea.
And have her over to your place because if she smells like that, or her house probably stinks too.
Oh,
Maybe.
I couldn't even.
I don't want her at my house if she smells like that.
Or if you take her to dinner, take her to a place that hands out chocolate mints because no one can turn those away. And they refresh your breath.
But what's that going to do? You're going to put that in her area?
Hey, that solves the breath problem.
Okay.
The rest.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, there's women who buy these things that they like the way it feels in there. It's something that's like a breath thing that sizzles almost like an Alka-Seltzer or something like that.
What the fuck?
Like a mint for your cooch?
I'm done.
It's not made for it. Just certain women are turned on by it.
It sizzles. Okay.
Is this real, Lara? Is that
Pop
a thing?
rocks. It's mint. No, I've never heard of that in my
it's
life.
like Pop Rock. It's like they like to buy. God, I wish somebody
Pop
knows.
rocks
Somebody
for
will
your
tell me
no
next week.
fucking way.
It's not made for that. It's just they put it fizzles. They put it in there. They like the way it feels. It turns them on.
What happened if you put Pop Rocks in your...
I didn't say Pop Rocks. That just makes it flavorful. I bet it probably feels good to some women.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT what would happen if you put Pop Rocks in your vagina. First of all, Chat says that would be a terrible idea. Pop Rocks are made with pressurized carbon dioxide, which creates the popping sensation when they dissolve. If you put them in your vagina, that could cause irritation, discomfort, and even a painful reaction due to the sugar and chemicals interaction with the delicate vaginal tissues. Vaginas have very specific pH balances, and introducing a sugary, fizzy candy could lead to irritation and infections.
It would be fine.
Oh, it basically don't do it.
So sensitive.
Well, that's okay. That's
Lara.
Pop Rocks. Stroke also mentioned like an Alka-Seltzer. What's that made of? Is that carbon dioxide too? I'm sure science figured it out. None of us are doctors here.
What about Alka-Seltzer?
I think she did some research too.
Here's what would happen if you put an Alka-Seltzer in your vagina.
Oh God, it tells you?
Immediately fizzing and bubbling. The moment the tablet,
they like that.
The moment the tablet comes into contact with moisture, it starts releasing carbon dioxide gases, which could cause an intense foaming and pressure in a very delicate area. You would get severe irritation and burning and potential tissue damage. So don't stick Alka-Seltzer in your vag.
I don't like the word foaming. I liked the Pop Rock description, but I do not like the foaming one. That does not sound good. It sounds like a disease.
I don't think you should put any of that stuff in your vagina ever.
How about the only thing you should be putting inside your vagina are doctor recommended things like dicks, tongues, dildos.
Yeah, that's about it.
I can you see, I recommend you to get just try dick.
just try a little dick. That'll help. I don't know how to help this guy's problem, dude. She stinks, man. I think Ian gave the best advice. Take a shower together.
If you can. I mean, if you can't.
I mean, that's not. You can't do that every single time, though. So eventually, you're going to have to either accept it or not.
I've broken up with people for less.
Me too.
What is Pussy Patch Sour Sweet and Soft Candy? It's on Amazon.
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you looking at?
I was trying to find what I've heard of women putting in there that says that makes that. You can buy. God, it's only $8.99. I'm gonna get some of this Pussy Patch Sours.
Is it for you to eat, or you put that in there?
No, it looks like everybody eat. I don't know.
I fully expect a review on this. By the way,
so like Sour Patch Kids, but it's called Pussy Patch.
Yeah, look up Pussy Patch Sours.
I don't want to look that up. I'm good.
No thanks.
No, it comes on Amazon.
I believe you. I completely believe. Are they the shape of a vagina? Is that what it is?
No, it just looks like they're just sweet and sour candy called Sweet and Sour Chewy Pussy Soft Candy.
That's not.
So they're just candy shaped like pussies. They don't go in them.
No, they're not shaped like that. I didn't look like one. That was
what does it look like?
Just like a hard piece of candy.
So it's like those things they maybe would sell at like a sex shop or something like that.
Like a bachelorette party thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it might be because here's pussy liquor, pussy pop, adult candy. God, Amazon's nasty.
Amazon is nasty. Damn.
How did this
I guess
start?
I'm gonna go shopping tonight.
I think Struck was off on his own mission while we were talking about something else.
Wow.
I was trying to find what.
Wow. See, this is what,
man.
man. This is the shit we would have been so great to be able to do when we were live on the radio. Like immediately use AI or whatever the fuck to figure something out. Like putting something inside your vagina. Anyway,
mouth-watering, vagina, pussy candy, exciting flavors. There's so much pussy candy.
Great. Put it in
You
your
don't want to
shipping
do that
cart.
because
Let's go.
that's the clip.
if you give birth, your kids are going to have diabetes if you put these in there. So don't do that.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. Listen, dude.
Yeah, how'd you get diabetes? Too much pussy candy.
Stop it. You know what?
All right. We can't help this guy. Take a shower, dude. We do have one more I want to try to get to. This one's a little bit serious. Sorry. Hey guys, welcome back. Huh?
I'll make it funny and
I don't
disgusting
even
with
try.
Strokes help.
All right, let's see how funny we can make this one. Let's make that the challenge. Hey guys, welcome back. I've been listening since you were on the radio. I'm so glad you're back with this podcast. I'm a damn it through and through, and I've got a damn problem. I'm a single mom, and my daughter is 19 years old. Anybody? All right. She moved out less than a year ago to live with her boyfriend. She's always been really smart. She has big dreams. She wanted to be a vet, whatever, all this shit. But lately, she's been a little bit different. She barely calls. And when she does, she sounds off, this lady says. She sounds a little distant, kind of jittery, like she's hiding something. And then she goes on and says, last week I stopped at her place unannounced, and she looked like she looked like shit. She was skinny, pale, she had bags under her eyes, whatever. And the guy she's living with, her boyfriend, is a little bit older. He's in his late 20s. Mom says that he's a real dick. He always talks over her and shit like that. Mom says, I found an empty pill bottle in the trash, so I looked, oxycodone. And the daughter swore it wasn't hers, but the mom says, I'm not stupid. I think her boyfriend's got her hooked on something. I think she's slipping away. Do I confront her? I'm scared of losing her. What do I do? How are you going to make that funny? Oh, that's murder.
I can't make that funny.
The challenge is there. I left it open for the 19-year-old. I was waiting for a smart ass comment about the 19-year-old daughter.
What am I going to do with that?
I don't know, man. I was just throwing it out there for you. I just pitched, dude. You're supposed
I'm really proud of everyone for not being so creepy.
They could have been worse, right? Ooh, 19. Oh, yeah.
There's nothing for me. I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We see that's what's great about this show, too. Yeah. We're not that. We may be dirty, but we're not fucking disgusting.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah, but when you're
what was
a parent, you're like, oh, my God.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, 18, is she hot?
Right. Hey, how you doing? It was fucking like, remember Howard Stern had the countdown for the fucking Olsen twins?
That was the creepiest shit ever.
That was so messed up. That's disgusting. Well,
anyway,
how do we help this lady?
Well,
oh my God, I'd want to kill this guy.
I know.
I don't know what you can do because she's 19. She can live this way. I don't know what she honestly can do. I mean, I just want to kill the guy.
I mean, besides,
we don't even know that's what's going on.
Besides talking to her and getting the truth, I mean, you can't really drug test her because she has to submit to that willingly.
She's an adult.
Yeah, I mean, wait for her to get arrested, and then you can go nah and say I told you so, and then get her help.
I think like I've experienced some drug addiction issues in my life with people very, very close to me, and there's not a whole lot you can do. You can say everything you want to say. You can fucking try to force them to do all kinds of shit, but unless they want to or are ready to kind of change or get better or admit that they have a problem, it's never going to get fixed. And I know that sounds cliche, and that's the same advice everybody says, but I literally lived through this and for a couple of years, and it was really, really, really hard. And to watch somebody that you love slowly destroy their life, and there's nothing you can do. It's really difficult, but unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you.
It's for people who are faith-based, pray.
Yeah.
It's for other ones, hold the
That's
faith.
a good one.
It's it's all you can do because everybody I know has had an issue like that. They eventually hit a certain point. There's a rock bottom. I'm not saying many don't go back, but that's the point where you can maybe, if they clean up for a little bit, you can try to get in their head. But I think they consciously know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do. When you said rock bottom, and that's what happened in my situation. The person I'm talking about had to hit rock bottom, and I thought they hit rock bottom a couple times, but it just kept like the bottom kept getting lower, and eventually that person did, and they realized they've been clean for a couple years now, and they're doing really, really well. So you can save this person, but they got to be ready.
I do have people in my life that have also dealt with things like this with their daughter. And it got to a point where, and I really hope that it doesn't, but a friend of mine literally, I think her daughter's like 22, 23. She cut off her own daughter because she was at a point where she wasn't listening to anyone. And it was amazingly obvious that drugs were taking over, like just mouth, weight loss, the way she was behaving. So she cut her off. And it's like, hey, I don't want anything to do with you anymore because you're going to destroy your life, and I basically have to make peace with the fact that one day I'm going to have to identify your body.
And that's like,
it's sad.
That's like absolute, like that's like the biggest fear you could think of is just like not being able to help your kid.
Yeah,
and like knowing what like they're going through that, and there's nothing you can do.
It's
That's
not that
so
they didn't
awful.
try. After so long, she got tired of her coming back for help, and then just going back to the same piece of shit anyway. Like she would come home and swear it off. I'm never going back to this guy again. And then 3 other times it was like that. And she kept going to the same guy. And it was like, we're done here. I want no relationship with you anymore. Do not ever come back asking for my help because you've done it a million. And this was a mother to her daughter.
That's hard.
And it broke my heart because I was friends with, they were like family. Both of them were like family to me. And I'm like, I don't want anything to do with her fucking either.
That's hard.
Only other thing, and I am sure this has been done, but I'll just throw it out there, would be who else is connected to her life that maybe you can talk to the kid that she'll listen to. Because, there's something about 19, 20 not wanting to listen to your mom anyway.
Yeah.
So maybe there's another voice. Maybe there's another voice. Yeah. And I'm sure it's been done, but I just had to throw that out there.
Well, with people, with relationships like that, if it is anything similar to not just that one, but some of the ones that I've also seen, oftentimes the boyfriend, who is obviously the piece of shit, will cut that person off from the rest of their relationship so he can have that kind of control over that person. So she might not have anybody to reach out to, or she might have cut ties with them, or just the friends don't want anything to do with them either because they see the way they're acting and they're like, I don't want any part of this. It's very devastating when it happens, but you gotta, I think you gotta kill him.
Yeah, I think I'm with Ian on that. I think Stroke mentioned it too. You just got to murder the guy. You got to kill the man, take your daughter back, make her live with you.
Yeah.
Murder.
Man.
The views and opinions expressed on this show does not represent anybody with common sense.
Just don't get caught.
Just don't get caught. It's not that hard.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Email us.
Tell them some drugs that are not okay.
Yeah,
and do not say you got the idea from us.
No.
No.
That was an accident. Whatever.
Yeah. And don't say you got the idea from us.
Never.
Yeah.
Well, we'll hopefully help you. Anyway, that's it. That's damn problem. I think we had a game that we wanted to play, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm gonna do Dead or Alive.
Dead or
Alive.
alive.
Speaking of murder.
I don't have a Dead or Alive open. I'm sorry, Lara. I didn't create one, but I can.
That's okay.
I think we do have the old Dead or Alive thing that we used to play on that damn show, but did we actually have an open for that?
We would just use that clip of the song. Dead
or
or
Alive. Okay, well, whatever. Just sing it. Just sing it.
I'm going to name a person and you tell me if they're dead or alive. That's it.
Yeah, because I learned this week, wasn't it, what's his name?
Gene Hackman.
That's a weird story. I thought he was already dead, to be honest with you.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, what's the deal with this fucking story?
Dude, I went full Mikey because I am not a conspiracy theorist, but him, his wife, and his dog were all found dead. I'm like, that seems kind of sketchy. I'm not buying it.
I think either he died, they found him in the kitchen, and then she went in there and took a bunch of pills because she couldn't live without it and just didn't want to deal with it. That's my theory on this. I don't think she killed him.
You could be right. So what I read was like he was dead for 10 days, 9 days before he was even found, and then she was dead, and the dog was dead in a closet, and then there was 2 other dogs on the property that were found that were healthy. So this whole story is fucking weird, man. And then they already ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning. I
think they said now the dog was in a kennel, like in some kind of closet area, because the story has changed somewhat dramatically. So that's why I'm like, well, maybe the dog couldn't get out, and the other dogs could get in and out, like maybe a doggy door.
But I'm with you, Stroke. I honestly thought Gene Hackman was dead. I did.
I just didn't.
If the dog was proven that it was murdered by force, I definitely believe one of them killed
the other.
Killed like the dog first, and then that made the other person so mad that they got into like an altercation of some sort.
He was
and then
95. I don't think he could have killed a dog.
No, I don't think I think he might have died, and that's why they found her, and then they found that furnace or whatever it was in there turned over next to a bunch of pill bottles on the floor. So I mean, unless she wouldn't have had some kind of heart condition that we don't know about, but the chances of all that going down at the same time extremely rare. I think the
family said that he was healthy and in good shape, and just a spry old man, like living his best life for a 95.
95.
But the best life you can live as a 95-year-old.
If they would have committed. Oh, Blue Chew. If they would have died, like together, like a couple who says, "All right, we're going out," they would have been laying next to each
for
other.
sure.
Like The
So
Notebook.
that's what makes that. Yeah. So I'm thinking he might have naturally died. I can say a 95-year-old's in the best shape in the
Yeah.
world, but he's got a pacemaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
So
no
at any point
way.
he's ready to go.
It
I
was a
think she
fight.
might have pilled it up.
If someone's
You think?
95,
No
I
way.
never assume it's foul play. I'm like, what did he die of? 95.
Did you just
Okay,
say
the
you think it was a
dog died,
fight?
she died, and what?
You say you think it was a fight?
Oh, 100%. I think there was either some kind of big like dispute because they were doing drugs and maybe they just started fighting over something stupid or something. There's no way that someone didn't get
This
murdered.
would not have lived to 95.
He's not doing
Damn,
drugs.
Gene Hack
All
was doing
three,
coke.
the dog, the wife, and the husband die, and you don't think there was any type of altercation? They just all died.
I think what Stroke said seems pretty plausible. Like he was already dead. She couldn't deal with it, so she fucking maybe took a bunch of pills and killed herself. And the dog maybe the dog died of starvation.
I don't know anything about Gene Hack. I don't even know who that is, quite frankly.
Oh,
So
you
I'm
don't
just
know
being
anything
honest.
about
I'm not
anything.
going based on characteristics.
That's true.
I'm just going on the story and the information given.
I would name some movies, but Lara is the least cinematic viewer out of all of us, so I would just be wasting my breath.
Yeah. Well, let's play the game.
Okay, are they dead or alive? Rock and roll legend and Johnny B. Good singer Chuck Berry.
Oh, he's
dead or
dead.
alive?
Dead.
Dead.
He died in 2017 at 90 years of age.
I wonder if I have a
He
date.
was buried with his cherry red Gibson guitar.
We were right.
So yeah,
Oh,
I was like,
I'm surprised he made it to 90. He lived a rock and roll lifestyle. You think he would make it that long?
yeah, because I immediately went back to the future, and I'm like, well, they called Chuck Berry in 1955, so and it's 2025, so he's got to be dead. Math. I used it for the first time in years.
I think there's a lot of people who were born or alive in 1955 who are still alive today.
Yeah,
Pretty
but
sure
the
my
odds are
mom was.
against him.
Pretty sure my mom was born in the 40s.
Yeah, but the odds are against you.
That's true.
Crazy. American puppeteer and animator Jim Henson, responsible for the creation of the Muppets.
He's been dead.
He's been dead.
He's
Yeah,
been dead.
Long time.
Yeah, but he did die at only 53 years of age.
How
in
did-
1990?
How did he die?
1990. I was like, it's a long time ago.
So he thought he had a cold, but it turned into a really bad like bacterial infection.
Damn.
Yeah,
that guy was on a lot of drugs. In order to make those Muppets the way, like different style of fucking Muppets and shit, he had to be on some serious LSD. And plus, it was like the 70s and shit.
Of course.
Muppets.
Good for him.
Right?
Of course, you're not a sober person, and some of these creature designs just come to you.
Yeah, no
There's
fucking
no
way.
way.
You're tripping
Like,
balls.
like Animal. What were you on when you came up with that
Hey,
character?
You're tripping
He
balls.
used his inner childhood. Okay?
He used his inner fucking acid
Okay.
dropping.
All right, no. Go watch Labyrinth, and you
Yeah.
tell me the man who created that was not fucking high as balls.
Definitely.
He had a cold, okay, and it turned into an infection.
Yeah.
And that's
He
how
may have. We're
died.
just talking about the creation. We're
I'm
just
just
talking
saying
about
that,
his
yeah,
creation.
you when you create that shit, like the Beatles, just like you don't smoke, you don't not smoke weed, and Sergeant Pepper just comes to you. Give me a
True.
fucking break.
Yeah, exactly.
Barbara Eden. She played Jeannie in I Dream of Jeannie. Dead
Oh,
or
she
alive.
was so hot. I love Jeannie. Is that Chris? Is that weird to say? I was just a kid. Like I was like a fucking little ass kid. Like, damn, Jeannie. Like,
Yeah, I thought the same
staying
thing.
home sick from school, and they would come on and 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, goddamn, I dream of Jeannie.
Man, please don't tell me that she's dead, because this morning I touched myself watching Wii TV. She was
I
on
think
it.
she's
You're
dead.
stupid.
I think she's dead.
No.
She was hot.
Yeah, she was hot. I'm gonna go with
She's
dead.
I think she's dead.
dead. Yeah, dead.
She's still making dreams come true. At 93 years of age, she is still standing.
Wow.
I gotta see what she looks
Well,
like. I got to.
Did you know she was 33 when she first started playing Jeannie? And
Really?
she looked hecka
She looked
good.
good.
for
Yeah,
that age.
she looked
Yeah, she was
fantastic.
great.
I didn't even know I wanted to do my wiener,
Me
but I
either.
knew she had me
It did
interested.
something to me.
Yeah,
How's she look? Share it. Let's put it up on the screen.
scary. She looks scary. I'm
She's
not gonna-
93.
So what?
Relax.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's still famous.
Yeah,
Stroke
she looks like
loves
a
old
witch.
people.
All right.
Let me see this.
Let's see. Let's share that real quick. She
I
looks
just
like a
wanna-
witch. I'm
I
not
want
gonna
to see
lie.
what she looks like. If it comes up here. See if
There you
this
go.
is, see if Stroke will
Still
Stroke
hit
will
it.
like it. Look,
I mean, why not? 93?
she's got money.
I doubt that.
No, she's got money. If you look up her net worth, I bet. Just
Okay.
because who she was
Robert
I
Eaton
would do it.
net worth. Let's stay.
I would
stay where you are. That's great. She's worth.
Oh, say where I'm at. Go back up there.
About $10 million according to Quick Search.
Yeah, I would.
More than I got.
Would.
That's fair. Yeah.
He was born in 1931. Holy shit.
I would do it just because. I mean, that's just. Just tell the story.
Damn.
You might kill her.
That's true. Then you get
that would be
that's even a better story.
Yeah.
TMZ. I'll call TMZ before we can call 911. Come on over here and see this.
44th Vice President of the United States, Dan Quayle, Vice President for George Bush Sr. Is he still alive?
He looks like shit. He's still alive.
All right.
Is he
Brooke
alive?
said that with confidence. I'll go with it.
I'm gonna say
I think I like.
I'm gonna guess dead. I feel like he died of a heart attack or something. Like he was younger and died. I don't know. Dan Quayle.
Wasn't he the one who couldn't spell potato back in the
He put
day?
an E on the end of it, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, he corrected somebody.
Yeah, in a spelling bee. He was a fucking judge of a spelling bee, and some kid spelled potato correctly, and Dan Quayle was like,
Wrong.
nope, you're wrong. Fuck off.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's 78 years old, still kicking. Good for him.
78. Damn.
So, yeah. Yeah, he looked terrible.
Two more. Stephen Hilberg, the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, dead or alive?
Oh, I don't know. I think he's alive.
No, I remember somebody from SpongeBob had passed away a few years ago. It wasn't the guy who played SpongeBob, so it must have been the creator.
I'm gonna go with alive, but I don't know.
He's alive.
He died in 2018 at 57.
That's what I thought.
He had Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh.
I want a disease named after me that kills people.
You know, I was thinking the same shit. Like, how lucky is Lou Gehrig to get a disease name?
I got the underoos.
I know.
Oh.
Man, that guy dumbed down a whole civilization. I didn't grow up on that SpongeBob.
Yeah, you did. You're right.
Yeah, he brought Ian and I into the world. That's what you get when you watch SpongeBob.
Yeah, exactly. You get not that damn.
Last one, Charles Hollis Taylor, original Chuck Taylor for the Converse shoes.
Oh shit! I hope he's alive. I'm gonna say alive.
I know that Chucks have been around for a very, very, very
Forever.
long time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I wouldn't know this guy if he walked in front of me and said who he
I don't know what
was.
he looks like.
I've been taught about his shoes. I'm like, bullshit, Chuck. I'm gonna go with alive.
He had a heart attack in Port Charlotte, Florida at 67 years old, so he's dead.
Wow.
Sorry.
Rest in peace, Chuck.
That's where they die. South Florida.
That's where they go.
Yeah,
They retire and they die in South Florida. Like that's where everybody. That's America's graveyard.
Yeah,
I know.
It's not so much that they come here to die. It's just that they come here and just
They're old.
expire.
But the villages, man, can you imagine how much fun you'd have if you have like the pills and you still can get your boners and all those horny old women?
Oh,
that
you the guy.
I've heard testimony. The people in the villages be fucking.
Wait, what are these villages
Yep.
talking? What are you guys talking about?
It's called the villages. It's like in Central Florida, and it's just nothing but like old people lives in it. It's just like a gigantic retirement
All
place.
this popping
Just
Viagra and
old
shit.
people orgies.
Oh my god.
Old
Or Blue
people
Chew.
orgies constantly. Like Miss Martha's over here fucking Steve, and she's fucking Dan. Like and Dan's fucking her.
And they probably don't care because
her,
when you
and
get that old, it's like whatever. Just sleep with whoever you want to.
Yeah,
they
I'm
don't
gonna
even
die soon
They
anyway.
don't even
Who
fight
cares?
over it. Yeah, they don't even fight over it. They're like, I'm fuck her. I don't care.
I just don't know if I'd be able to do it.
Well, you get that old. I mean,
I guess.
you're just like, I need something to do Tuesday.
Just
Shit.
jack off.
Just fuck. I'll just fuck Martha.
Like that's the
the
perfect
most
name.
name you can come up
That's the
with.
perfect name though. Martha's the perfect name.
No, you got
You're
Gertrude and-
eight.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if I was old and I was single man, I'd have a good time.
I think Esther's more of an old lady name.
Oh my
Esther's
God. I
very
was the
old.
first titties I ever hold. Her name was Esther. I told y'all about that. Just let me hold her titties in middle school on the bus.
I don't remember that story.
I remember.
Do
that.
now, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
repressed that apparently, and I'm glad I did. But now you just brought it.
Yeah, she had a real old name. Her name was Esther. I remember that.
I remember
yeah.
the story of the woman I think took your virginity.
Yeah, the chicken lady.
Chicken lady.
Yeah, the chicken lady. Yeah, that was a good one.
The chicken lady.
The chicken
That's
lady.
I
great.
basically got, I got raped. I mean, technically, it's
That's
rape.
what it is.
When a 30-something-year-old lady touches you when you're like 14, that's considered rape.
What the fuck is that for?
I don't know.
So messed up.
He was proud that I got raped, or I acknowledged my rape.
Ding.
I just acknowledged that it was rape.
I mean,
That's
the
so
first step to recovery.
fucked up.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I give up.
Fucking A. God damn.
What else we got?
I think the last thing we got going on here is we're going to do a TDS throwback. I think people like this. We're just kind of there's so much reminiscing going on the Not That Damn Show Facebook page or group that I think that it'd be kind of cool to play a video from something that we used to do and talk about it. Larry, tell us what this is.
Please don't be.
Yeah, this is not one of Stroke's greatest moments, but it is one that makes me laugh to this day. We used to do a segment called As Seen on That Damn Show where we review products, and this is the product that Stroke brought to the floor this time.
Let's play it.
I have no idea.
Welcome to another episode of As Seen on That Damn Show. Today I got some tomato paste. You like tomato paste? No. Really? Yeah. Well, people use it for a lot of different things.
I have
It's
a lot
kind of
skinnier.
pain in the ass, so you open it up, and most of the time people try to scoop it and pour it, and they don't get all their tomato paste out of it. It's kind of a pain in the ass. You all know that, right?
You could use one of those spatulas.
Yeah, so you don't get it all out. So here's a trick that we learned. So you can use a can opener to open it. Which we
I
have
can't even use a piece of shit can
Wait,
opener.
this was like this is the worst can opener literally in the history.
From I don't even remember where that can opener came from. But it was such a piece of shit.
The kitchen. I think a Dollar Tree.
Oh my god.
All right,
Well, you're
so,
doing it wrong too. So let's do it.
oh,
Like opening a can.
all right, so then you.
I've done the other way. It works like a charm.
All right, so then
So there's one.
there you
The
go.
pressure was on me. The camera was rolling.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Take that off. Wow.
Terrible cooking show.
What is he doing? Now we're getting dangerous.
He said, "You're flipping it upside down."
He's a madman.
And supposedly,
I can't work a fucking can opener.
So you couldn't get it on there.
I think it's this particular.
Because it's rounded. Yeah, the bottom of the
I
can
guess
is
we got the
rounded.
wrong can. No, what you're supposed to do, but this is a round can. Do not buy a round can. You open this side, and then you use it like a push-up, and you push the damn thing through. And it all comes out.
You're gonna make a mess. Hold on, let me see.
It did not work.
We didn't have a backup.
The only show on the internet.
At all. Yeah.
Period.
How many radio people does it take to open a can?
What are you even
What are you doing?
It's not, you don't know your.
This is not gonna work. It's rounded,
go
so
sit
it's not
down.
gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. But if it did, you'd use it like one of those.
But if it
push-ups,
did.
and you push the damn thing through, and then you got your tomato
So that's
paste.
what you. Okay, so you cut the top and then you push the thing down.
Yeah, you would
I thought
use
you just
that.
did
Like
that.
a push
It
pop.
comes
No,
out.
you'd push it all the way through, and it all comes out.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but in this case, we have the wrong can.
That actually seems kind of genius.
Get the right can.
Yeah, we don't know if it works.
No, it works.
You think?
I've watched it somewhere else.
I don't believe
I don't
you.
believe it.
Oh shit, that was hilarious. Oh
That
my
was
god.
embarrassing.
No one come on my cooking show.
Oh my god, that is funny. That is good shit. Sorry, I was just crying.
We
Those were
branded
good
ourselves
times.
as the only show on the internet, but
did.
then you just said you saw that on another show on the internet.
We're the only
Man.
show on the internet.
At all.
I saw that on the internet.
Holy fuck, that was great. What a great
God.
that's a great way to wrap up this show. I think we gotta do more of
I
the
forgot about
the
that.
more of the Not That Damn Show or That Damn Show flashbacks. Those are fun.
I'm down.
You know what I want to do? We kind of talked about this yesterday. Is we used to do Ask TDS. I think as we start to build up that Patreon page, we can do some live streams with people who actually subscribe and do some Ask TDS. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
That was the plan.
Oh, yeah, that'd
was,
be cool.
Definitely have people who are subscribed, be able to join us
Mm-hmm.
and, do an after show, be like, ask us whatever you want. Just kind of almost I want to say town hall, but not really.
Yeah, we're gonna build up that Patreon, and you guys need to support us. So head on over to the links are going to be in the description. Just click that link tree. It'll take you over to pretty much all our social medias and subscribe and join and start support that show. And we'll just continue to grow and keep doing fun things, man. Good times.
Yeah.
All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun.
I love you,
Oh, don't.
listeners.
Love everybody.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Stay safe, stay weird, and remember, question everything. Lara loves you.
And Canadians are thieves.
Don't beat it, don't whack it, just stroke it.
Hey, this was really fun.
We hope you liked it too.
You know, we've had a lot of laughs tonight.
Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through.
But I'll tell you what's not funny.
Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
Killing strippers.
'Cause now it's time to go.
Strippers are people too. Naked people who may be willing to pleasure you for a price you negotiate later behind the curtain at a VIP room.
We'll see you very soon, I know.
Besides, there's no need to kill them.
Very soon, I know.
Because most of them are already dead inside.
Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Goodbye, good friends, goodbye.